All right, family. Full disclosure, I'm not a Democrat, you know what I mean? And I'm not a Republican. I'm independent. Pure Mind is a site that's created for people that's got pure thoughts and pure mind and got a GV, what I call GV 300, good vibes. You know what I mean? And that's 300 days out of the year. But the funny thing about life is that you have a choice in life, and the American system, whether you like it or not, it's a two-party system. You know what I mean? And what you got to realize is that there's levels. Now the right has went all the way far to the right, and we all knew the right in this country has always been extreme. There's versions of it. You know what I mean? You got the people that's far to the right who don't like taxes, who don't like to be told what to do, who like small government. Then you have the right that's on the right because they want to either control how women, their bodies, or they want to control people and make them convert to their religion, which is the Christian hard right. You got versions of the right, just like the liberals have versions to the left. At some point, the liberals go far to the left too. That's the reason why we need a Republican Party to balance everything out. But they have to be able to sit down and negotiate on that balance. You know what I mean? And if they're not able to balance, it's kind of like Chip O'Neill and Reagan. They didn't agree 100%, but they would sit down and they would talk about these social issues and these issues. Now, the Republicans have used, they literally used, now the Republicans have used these social issues. You know what I mean? It used to be back in the day, they had this big thing about marijuana. Well, that was a wedge issue. Let me explain to you. Just listen to what I'm saying to you. It was a wedge issue. They knew back in the day, the reason why they made marijuana illegal, Nixon and his crew and the FBI, Hoover, the reason why they made it illegal because they understood that black people used to smoke weed, okay? And they used to and they loved music. So the white women would go to these events where black people was playing these things and they would get high and they would want to screw black men. So they made it illegal. That's the reason why weed is illegal. So the Republicans took that issue and made it a wedge issue. And it lasted for a long time. Now we all know weed and heroin are two completely different drugs. Okay, one will kill you. The other one, weed, you ain't never even met nobody that ever died from weed. You know what I mean? You have never met nobody who died. Name one. And that's my point. Because weed grows from the earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Now, what happened was that wedge issue was taken away from the Republicans when Colorado legalized it. Basically, California legalized it for medical use. So those issues was taken away because the Republicans' kids was smoking. You know what I mean? So they couldn't use it anymore. You know what I mean? So during the Bush administration, I want you to understand how these wedge issues wedge our country apart instead of bringing this together. Now, what happened was they used to use the lesbian thing. That used to be a wedge issue, believe it or not. And people would have to literally stay in the closet. I think Clinton made a law saying don't ask, don't tell in the military. So that was a huge wedge issue amongst conservatives because remember, they were all they're hypocrites now because they were all standing on, Christian values and all the other stuff. They couldn't use it no more. You know why they couldn't use it? Because they found out that some of their own kids was gay. So you have to understand how these wedge issues wedge our country apart. Now, who do we have now? We have these two characters, okay? We have Liz Cheney, who stood on something. Now, I don't even know why the Republicans literally kicked her out of Congress, okay? Because, trust me, Liz Cheney votes with Trump damn near 97% of the time, okay? So the only thing is that she wouldn't fall for all his lies, and she stood on something. So I don't even know why the Republicans didn't run with her. Like they could have took her and they could have been kicking the Democrats' ass if they would have put money behind her, because she has character and she has what is called what Nikki don't have, which is honor. You see Nikki sitting here with the liar. She's sitting right here with Donald Trump. We all know Donald Trump. I'm not against Republicans. I'm just against dumb Republicans and racist Republicans that's trying to be dictators. Okay, that's what I'm against. And you see, Nikki sat down with Trump, so she has character flaws, even though she's second in line now in running. I think Chris Christie's third, and I think that the other guy, you know what I'm saying, he's about to quit. I think he just got destroyed by the California governor in a debate, DeSantis. So what y'all got to realize is y'all got to understand that if you don't stand for something in this country, you will fall for anything. And if you are a true patriot, okay, you should be behind Liz Cheney. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Because she stood for something, and you all should have stood behind her 100%. Because we all know what Donald Trump's done. He's got 91 felonies. Let me tell you something. The federal government, okay, the FBI and the whole federal government doesn't bring cases unless they have actual evidence. They don't do that. This is not something that they gonna wing. Okay, Donald Trump is guilty as hell. Okay, and he knows he's guilty. That's what's so messed up about it. And you all know he's guilty. But see, the thing about it is that that's where that character steps in. Nikki, she tries to ride the fence. You know, she tries to come out hard against Trump, but you see her sitting down with Trump. So she has a character problem. Now, what y'all should do, if you were smart, you would have put Chris Christie and you would have put your girl Liz Cheney. Imagine that ticket. Just imagine, you know what I'm saying, how the Democrats would get their ass kicked. Because there's people like me who would actually vote for Chris Christie or Nikki over Biden. The Democrats don't even like Biden. 70% of the Democrats don't even like Biden at all. We ain't never voted for him, really. The only reason why we voted for him because we had to against Trump. Okay? But don't nobody like Biden because he's part of that old system that us Democrats want to get rid of. Okay? Because it doesn't do the American people any good to have this type of system in place still. Okay? And they're part of it. And they're not going to change it. Obama didn't change it. Not for the minorities. He didn't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? He only thing he gave us was health care, and he passed about 600 bills. He did pretty good for the all Americans, but in terms of like minorities, he didn't do really shit for us. Okay? And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Y'all got to understand the difference between the levels of a president. You know, if Barack Obama was in place, Barack Obama's 100 times better than Biden. Okay? And you have to understand that. Just like Chris Christie or Nikki or even Liz is 100 times better than Trump. Trump's trying to be a dictator. Y'all don't see that? Y'all support the cause. Hit that like button, man. I love all of y'all. Definitely share this video. You get a chance, and we good. I'm out. Big Rich.